What's up, you guys? Welcome back to NSFab. Today's a pretty special day. Today's engine assembly day. We got a big old box of parts that showed up from Extreme PSI. I kind of dug through it last night and make sure that we had everything that was on the list that Jesse ordered. But today, we're going to get this bad boy unwrapped. We're going to start digging through all these totes. I'm going to grab that head sitting over there on the bench, mix it in with a little bit of these parts. We're going to get us an engine assembly today. So should be a good video. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, we'll check back with you here in a little bit. Alright guys, we got the oil pan bolted on. I was getting the top of the block cleaned up and shit. We got a little special guest. Mark rolled through. Say what's up, Mark.
Got all the parts, dude.
Yeah, got all. Yep, hell yeah. So this thing is filthy. Like I said, once I get it all sealed up and shit, I'm gonna pressure wash it before we toss it in the car. Old water pump's coming off. Right now, I'm just getting the bottom of the head cleaned up. Scrape it with a razor blade. Be nice and gentle. You don't gouge it. And then I'll take some brake clean and shit and get it all cleaned up. Before we slap it on though, we got these, showing you guys everything. We got the ARPs to throw in there. So that's just kind of where we're at right now. We're just plugging along, sweating our balls off out here in the shop. So I'll check back in a little bit. Alright, we're back with a clean block. We got the head all nice and cleaned up over here.
Alright.
She's ready to rock and roll. Got the ARP head studs in. We got another person showing up. I started filming YouTube videos and stuff, and next thing you know, everyone just wants to stop by all of a sudden. So,
true December's, buddy.
Right, so ARP head studs are in, hand tighten with ARP assembly lube. Slap on this little stock little gasket right here. Slap this guy on, and then we'll get ready to slap that head on. So back to the time lapse. All right, well, I'm all alone now. Everybody left me. But make some progress here. I'm just kind of putting this thing together and bullshitting along the way. But trying to hunker down and get it put back together. So as you can see, we got the head bolted on, head gasket, head studs, all torqued. Do the 3 steps. I do 30, 60, and then I do 100 on the last torque. And then I usually recommend, I do it on my own cars, but like do a couple of heat cycles, do a couple full pulls, and then I'll pull the valve cover back off and recheck the torque on the head studs. But we got the new water pump on there, so we're making some progress. So next is I don't like running the coolant lines to the turbo, so I'm going to weld these shut. Stick a little tiny bolt in there, weld them shut. A little DSM hack. It's a lot easier to do that than searching or hunting down a non-turbo water pipe. So we'll get that taken care of. Still leaving this though back here because still going to run heater hoses and all that stuff. So, but say we're making some progress. Get the intake manifold up on here, kind of get this thing cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll get that baby slapped on. So she's coming together, starting to look like a block. Stay tuned. Alright, got a little welding done. So I cut off these nipples or hoses, pipes, whatever you want to call them. These were for the factory turbo to coolant, for the turbocharger, for the coolant to run through it. To kind of help cool off or whatever, but I eliminate them. It's not necessary. These turbos have done great with just oil cooled or oil running through them or whatever. But yeah, just took I'm just gonna focus. It's not really focusing. Trying to grab that weld there. Pretty impressed with that one. All self-taught. No, you're not gonna focus. We're going slow. We're going slow. Anyways, that one turned out pretty dang good. All self-taught with the welding and stuff. You know, I'm not the best. Don't claim to be a pro, but this little TIG welder has enabled me to build a lot of my own stuff. Intercooler piping stuff, man, it's nice not having to outsource anything or pay people to build stuff for you. With how much I tinker around with stuff and build, it's nice. Invested in that a few years ago and self-taught, YouTube taught. Got a couple pointers from some buddies and stuff. But yeah, so the water pipe's done. We'll let that sucker cool off, and then I'll be able to stick it in. It goes right there. So things coming along. Alright, another quick update. Got the intake manifold on. So you got that nice little upgraded thermal barrier gasket. Get rid of that paper one. Pulled the exhaust studs out. We've gotten some new ones in there. We'll get the surface cleaned up real quick. There's a bracket that comes on here factory. So this stud is naturally longer. So I always take that stud out and put a shorter one in there for the cam angle sensor. I'm gonna have to get this throttle body off, get it taken apart, and get these throttle sills, which I showed you guys those earlier, they're buried somewhere. Get that rebuilt, and then so yeah, just continue slapping this sucker together, man, so we can get this baby dropped in to the VR-420. Alright, just getting this thing sealed up so I can take it out into the driveway and so we can get this baby cleaned up, man. This block's pretty nasty. So, got the oil filter housing, got a little baggie on it, zip tied, threw some duct tape over the exhaust manifold. All this side is closed up. All this side's back here is closed up. Gotta get the injectors plugged up. And right now I'm working on getting this elbow. Let me see, sorry, I'm not paying attention too well to how I'm recording this. Gotta get this elbow mounted up on there, but in order for this to happen, I don't know why they didn't do it before, but I gotta take one of these studs, I'm gonna move it over to this hole because it's a little tight trying to get a bolt long enough down in that sucker. So let's move a stud over there and we'll take care of that, and we'll just use a bolt on one of these other holes. So yeah, making progress, and we'll check back in after I get this thing all pressure washed and looking clean and continue the assembly on it, you guys. Alright, I think for the most part, we got her sealed up. Spark plugs are in the holes. I don't see nothing can get in the combustion chambers. Got the throttle body all mounted. Got the little elbow, all little sandwich baggie on there. Like I said, I think we're good to go. I have plugs in. You guys watching the time lapse. If you stuck through, you just watch me run around like a chicken with my head cut in. But I'm gonna wheel us out on the driveway. We'll take the time lapse camera, set it up, and then you guys get to watch me play at Waterworld. So we'll be back here. Enjoy the show. Woo! Nothing like a little bath in the heat, huh? Like that. Alright, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed me going to Waterworld. Alright, we got the engine all pressure washed. It's not as good as I would like, but you know, kind of on budget build, trying to slap this thing together as fast as possible, but doing it the correct way. So we got it cleaned up for the most part. Maybe down the road, eventually when Jesse does something else with the engine, we can get a little more detail, maybe get a little more paint, powder coating, yada yada yada. But hey, this baby looks pretty dang good compared to a lot of the DSMs out there. So I'm getting ready to slap the exhaust manifold studs in. We always use a little blue thread locker. This one, always remember, you guys are DSM mechanics, addicts like me or whatever. This one you got to put some like Teflon or some liquid Teflon tape on it because it runs into an oil gully. So it's always that one. Some people just put new studs in, don't do that, and they have a constant oil leak here, and they just say screw it and just kind of keep rolling with it. So that's that, but yeah, we're gonna do the exhaust studs and we're just gonna keep rolling. We gotta get the throttle body back off, we'll get that rebuilt, and then we'll get the timing, all that timing components and stuff on. So and then slap the turbo, all the return line. So lots of stuff to do. Another time lapse. Jesse's over here having fun.
Nope.
Prothane motor mount insert time.
Is that what they call
Yeah.
it? Fun?
Yeah, just knocking them out. We don't use a torch method. That's toxic. I just cut it in half, hammer that bitch out. A little bit of elbow grease.
We care about the environment.
Exactly. Care about? Do you hear that, EPA? You son of a bitches.
Today.
So yeah, man, we're just jamming out, knocking shit out. Now you see, I got a lot more accomplished on here. Motor and everything, or turbo's all mounted up. Pretty much all the accessories. I can't do the alternator belt yet because we gotta do the power steering belt once that's in the car and all that stuff, and then I'll throw that on.
Don't forget about air conditioning.
Yeah, we got that air conditioning mounted up. We got the compressor mounted. We shot cross our fingers. Hopefully it works once we get it charged. Oh, all right, back with an update, man. We already pull this thing off the engine stand. Get it on the cherry picker. We got to get flywheel, clutch, pressure plate on, and then we're gonna stab the tranny on, and we're gonna stab it in the car over there. To be honest, that's pretty dog doing it. But yeah, man, it's been a minute since we did an update. I busted my ass all day, like 90 degrees. Pretty spot. End up building custom oil return line. Brand new 16G on there. We gotta grab some fittings. We'll get next week for the oil feed and all that stuff. We can do all that once it's inside the car. Kind of get it mocked up, down pipe, and then where interclear piping's gonna go. We kind of know where the sensors and stuff's gonna go, but got pretty much all the brackets on there. Power steering. We got this weird ancient thing that I never really put on a DSM. I always end up taking it off, but you know, we're gonna rock it on this Galant. So yeah, still rocking the time lapses. Gonna get this thing off. You guys will see it. It'll look like we're doing it in a heartbeat. It probably takes 50 hours. I'm just kidding. But Jess is over there just kind of sprucing up the output input splines on that thing. It's been sitting outside for 4 years. Got a little rust buildup, so we're just kind of cleaning it up. Yeah, man, we're just rocking out here, baby. That's fab. Whew. We're almost there, you guys. Almost there. Long day, but putting in the grind time. So she's hanging and banging, ready to get shoved in this hole. So we'll see if we can make it happen. So it's been a hot long day, but make some good progress trying to get this thing done, you know, as soon as possible. But we're also make sure we're making sure we do it the right way too. So we're getting close. We're gonna stab it. We're gonna call it a day, and then Jesse will give me some parts throughout the week, and hopefully by next weekend we'll get this thing fired up. But a little more tedious, a little more stuff that I remember putting together. Like I said, I'm not used to the power steering, the AC, but we're all doing that on Jesse's car. So, but yeah, back to the time lapse. All right, we got it in. I'm freaking spent. I'm exhausted. It's been what, 94 degrees today or some shit.
It's a little toasty today.
It was toasty, but
the sun was amongst us.
yeah, we got her jammed in there. A couple motor mounts. I'll continue tackling the VR-420 in the upcoming days, but it's getting late today, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. So appreciate you guys watching. I know this one was probably a little bit long. Don't forget to subscribe, toss a like, leave a comment, help the channel grow, baby. NizFab. See you on the next one.